Hello! As you saw there, I made a Gachapon Japanese-inspired interface. Not sure where I came up with this idea, but when I started researching for it, there was so many different interpretations and illustrations out there, especially when I looked up illustration. And then there's other things that I wanted to that I found, like retro ramen vending machines. I feel like that's going to be a video eventually. So I started with a photo of an actual Gachapon machine as a template, just to get the basic shapes down. Originally I was going to have a coin animation when the button was pushed, but the coding of this took so long. The coding for this whole thing just took so long, I went with a button by itself just to simplify things. I designed the Deli stickers off camera, accidentally. I thought I was recording my screen, but wasn't. But you see them, eventually. The other food art I got from Vending, and the different artists' links are in the description down below. So I started using GSAP's starter template they provide for free on Codepen. This is all that they offer, from the free to the paid plugins, so it's pretty cool. Originally I was going to write most of the structure just using HTML and CSS, but then found out that I could animate SVGs using GSAP. I found this Codepen by Casper de Bruin, where he just used one SVG to make a radio and GSAP to animate it and make it work. So I was pretty blown away by that, so I just ended up referencing this quite a bit during my learning process. So because of that, I threw in a single gacha machine, the whole thing, the illustration, into its own Illustrator file so I could separate each component and make separate layers that are named. Those names will become IDs that I need to target with the JavaScript. This process is very similar to getting an Illustrator file ready for After Effects. After that, I opened it up in the code editor and just to tidy it up and make sure the IDs are there, and then copied it all and pasted it into code. Once in Codepen, I just made sure that I closed all the groups so I can just look at the SVG. It's not such a pain to scroll through. And got the drag to work, just like I did before. And reference Greensock quite a bit. Trying to get the balls to wiggle whenever I crank the knob. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to make them look sort of realistic when you turn the knob. So yeah, lots of nights just racking my brain. Once I got the sequence going, I used the pink div just to see if my prize would work. Here's where I start writing the logic for clicking on the prize ball to have the sticker or the open animation and the sticker come out, little prize. I figured it out. So I'm gonna go grab the other Gachapon machines and section them out and get them ready. But of course, it wasn't gonna be that easy. So I started getting bugs and weirdness. Almost immediately, the prize wouldn't randomize for me for some reason, and that took a lot. So that's when I started going to ChatGPT, and what I did was I just copied the code, all of my JavaScript, into ChatGPT and asked what was wrong. And it gave me several things until I started narrowing down what I wanted, what I thought wasn't working. And yeah, it started giving me good answers, but it still wouldn't give me the perfect exact answer. So I figured out that I put too much logic on the prize ball itself, especially on the reset. So resetting this whole thing was a big headache. ChatGPT helped a lot with that. It really itemized things. It was like, okay, reset this, reset that, reset this. And that's a big help. But it didn't really help in terms of trying to, figure out the main problem, which was the prize ball. I put too much logic on it. So when I reset, I just reset on click of the overlay. I could have made an X button, that kind of thing, and then it just worked. So yeah, through all this trials, I learned a lot, and I think Greensock is really awesome. And hope you enjoy clicking around on the interface. Link to it is down below.